It's Week 8 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies and at Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in.
Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And off we go from Denver. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago.
8 catches, 61 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
On second down now, it's Mitchell. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On third down, Mitchell. And just shutting him off there. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, it's Mitchell. Room to run again. And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Come on, baby. Do it again, baby. Make it do it again. Anytime that ball comes to me.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession, and he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Peyton Turner able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
The throw over the middle taken in. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. From the gun, Hutchins.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Let's go.
The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
We play to win.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And some space here. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
A gain of 6 there on first. A handoff, Barkley running left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods. That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 3 tight ends up front here, third and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get a footy, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
Let's get it.
The Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. So far, been so good this season, well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence, and if we slow him down, now, guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far, so I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Running left, it's Barkley. Gets past one man, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. A handoff to Barkley. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Hutchins.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Hutchins. And he whips that one incomplete there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A gain of 3, second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, it was intercepted.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
On 3rd down, Hutchins.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Saquon Barkley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Peyton Turner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hutchins. Throw left side complete. That's Larson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Throwing on first down. Hutchins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hutchins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun, Hutchins. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Mayfield off the play fake.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go. Let's go.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
On 1st down, Hutchins. Open is Powell. That's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to throw. Hutchins. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Mayfield. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. The 20. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
That's it, buddy. You don't work. Oh, yeah, good job, fellas. Good job.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st and 10, Hutchins. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Hutchins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Larson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off play action. Hutchins. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Powell. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, twisting away. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a dump off here complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Operating from the gun. Hutchins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down. Back to throw. Hutchins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Mitchell. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Elijah Mitchell.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
McPherson on for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Denver's offense now set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing again on second and 10. Mayfield. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Let's go! This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. This is Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Mayfield to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Broncos on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
Working with a 2nd and 4. from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And I guess, partner, you call that a covered sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
First down, Mayfield. That's caught once again by Gallup. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Peyton Turner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Houston set to take over.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hutchins. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Completes it to Powell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Texans' 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They run the counter. Mitchell. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
Easy work.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Powell. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Here's Baker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll make it second down.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it. And that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down.
That means it's just one last touchdown or a touchdown, or this game's
down 7, and they for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that. Said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Houston,
they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.